Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the biotech giant Vertex Pharmaceuticals. And look, they're not just having a good quarter. They're executing what really looks like a master plan for total dominance. It's all built on this incredible three-part strategy, one for right now, one for the near future, and one for the long haul.
Okay, let's just start with a number that kind of sets the stage for everything else. $3.08 billion. That's not their yearly revenue. That's what they pulled in a single quarter. It's a sign of massive growth, for sure. But here's the thing. This isn't just about the money. This is the fuel for a much, much bigger ambition.
And this quote right here, from their CEO, Dr. Reshma Kewalramani, it basically maps out their entire game plan for us. She's talking about extending leadership in CF, building momentum for CASGEVY, and launching JOURNAVX. See? It's not just a story about dollars and cents. It's a company firing on all cylinders, executing this incredibly clear three-part strategy. You've got dominating the core, expanding out, and then planning for the next big thing.
All right, so let's dive into that first part. We're going to call it the fortress. And that fortress is their absolute undisputed leadership in treating cystic fibrosis, CF. This isn't just a part of their business. It's the foundation of their entire empire.
Yeah, for over 20 years now, Vertex has just completely owned this space. CFTR isn't just another product for them. It's the absolute bedrock of the company. It's the cash engine that funds everything else. It's their scientific proving ground. And honestly, it's where they built this incredible credibility by literally changing how a disease is treated from the ground up. But here's the really clever part. How do they protect that fortress? Well, they don't just sit back and defend it. No, they are constantly upgrading it from the inside. They call it serial innovation. Think about that. Vertex is actively trying to make its own multi-billion-dollar drugs obsolete by creating something even better. And this is that innovation in action, right here. You've got TRIKAFTA, which was already this revolutionary standard of care. And then you have their new drug, ALYFTREK, which basically takes that and just makes it better. It's more convenient. We're talking once-a-day dosing. It helps patients with rarer mutations. And it pushes the actual science of how it works even further. It's a true upgrade. And the results they're seeing, they're just staggering. Get a load of this number, around 70%. So in a study with toddlers, we're talking 1 to 2-year-olds, that's the percentage of patients on TRIKAFTA whose sweat chloride levels, which is a key marker for this disease, return to a range that's considered normal. That's incredible. The company itself called this unprecedented, and they're not wrong. This is the largest reduction ever seen with this type of drug in any population. What this really confirms is this powerful idea. If you can treat this disease from the earliest possible age, you can fundamentally alter its course. You're giving these kids a real shot at a long, healthy life.
Okay, so you've built this impenetrable fortress, and it's generating tons of cash. What do you do with it? Well, you use it to expand. You launch major campaigns into completely new territories. And that brings us to the second part of their strategy, conquering the near future. And the first major beachhead in that expansion is a drug called CASGEVY. This is pure cutting-edge science fiction made real. It's a one-time CRISPR gene editing therapy. It offers the potential for a functional cure for 2 really devastating blood disorders. Let's be clear, this isn't just a new drug. This is a whole new paradigm in medicine. And it's not just some lab experiment. It's becoming a commercial reality. Like right now, the momentum is building all over the world. They've already got nearly 300 patients referred to start treatment. And they're on track to pull in over $100 million in revenue this year alone. That's how you turn science fiction into a real business.
Okay, so their other big expansion front is massive. It's about tackling acute pain, but doing it without opioids. The drug is called JOURNAVX, and this isn't just about making people feel better. It's about addressing one of the biggest public health crises of our lifetime by giving doctors a powerful, non-addictive alternative. And wow, has the market responded? Immediately. Over 300,000 prescriptions have already been filled since it launched. And it's not just one type of doctor. You're seeing broad adoption across the board, from surgeons to dentists, for all kinds of different pain. And when you look at the data, it's pretty obvious why it's taking off so fast. In one study, almost 90% of patients who took JOURNAVX after surgery remained completely opioid-free. Now compare that to what you typically see in the medical literature for similar procedures, which is less than 10%. That's not just an improvement, that's a total game changer for how we manage pain.
Okay, so let's recap. The fortress is secure, the near-term expansion is well underway and looking really successful. So what's next? Well, now Vertex is making its biggest bet yet, on the future. They're aiming to conquer a whole new field, kidney disease, or renal medicine.
Their lead candidate for this new frontier is a drug called povetacicept, and its first target is a condition called IgA nephropathy, or IgN for short. It's a serious autoimmune disease where your own body slowly destroys your kidneys over time.
And just so we're clear, this isn't some rare niche condition. We're talking about over 1 million people affected by this globally. That represents a huge unmet medical need. And, let's be honest, for Vertex, a massive market opportunity. And they are moving at absolute lightning speed on this. They've already gotten breakthrough designation from the FDA, they've got a rolling review. They're basically turning what is usually a super complex, slow regulatory process into a clear, exciting countdown to a potential launch as early as 2026. And here's why they think this could be the best-in-class treatment. It's not just about the powerful science, the dual action mechanism. It's because they designed it around the patient's actual life. It's a simple, at-home autoinjector that you only have to use once every 4 weeks. That kind of convenience, that's a massive, massive deal for patients.
So let's put it all together. You've got the fortress, you've got the expansion, and now you have the new frontier. When you look at all three pieces, a really clear picture of Vertex's grand strategy starts to emerge.
Right, this table just lays it all out perfectly. They are executing this brilliant multi-year strategy. Pillar 1, the fortress. Solidify their dominance in CF right now. Pillar 2, the expansion. Use that strength to fund these huge near-term launches. And Pillar 3, the frontier. Pioneer totally new markets for their future growth. It's present, near future, and future. All covered.
And listen, this isn't them just reacting to a good quarter and getting lucky. This is a deliberate, planned-out march. The company has put a number on it. Their goal is 5 major launches in 5 years. That's incredible ambition. So what we're seeing isn't just an earnings report. It's a single chapter in a much larger story of strategic, disciplined growth. Which, of course, brings us to the final thought. When you combine this absolute dominance in the present with this aggressive expansion happening right now, and this huge ambition for the future, you really have to ask the question, are we watching a new biotech empire being built right before our very eyes?